Good morning, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, and welcome to The Price is Right. Welcome to the Radke Show. My glasses are fogging up. That's how much hot air is coming from my bod. My body. I am having hot flash, and I can't even put these glasses on right now, y'all, because they're fogging up. I sound like my mother. Hi, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I'm so glad that you're here. If you are here today, then you know that yesterday was a dark, dark day in the history of YouTube. It was a dark day. The wild, wild west of YouTube was shut down.
Well, I was
because Melissa.
You're saying it was so dark. It was so dark because David did it by himself for like 4 minutes. The whole YouTube.
Can I tell you something?
The YouTube shut down.
I was actually in the waiting room at the dentist office, scrolling through my phone, waiting for him to call me back, and was scrolling and came across you sitting here talking, and I went just like this. I can't. Just kept on going because I wasn't sure what you were going to be saying or doing.
Well, you know, with our friends on Facebook, I could have put up a post.
Sure.
Because if you haven't noticed, we're live on Facebook this week too.
We are.
So we're live on YouTube and Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
It was just overwhelming response on Facebook. We love Instagram, but the response was so overwhelming. So we're gonna run this for a little while, doing live on YouTube and Facebook.
Okay, but that's
Facebook. I could have put up a post, but YouTube, you can't do anything like that. The only thing is video.
But I have always said, if we are not here, it's for one of two reasons. They both start with I. What are they, David?
Illness
and internet.
Competent. Oh.
Illness and internet. So therefore, if they got on YouTube and they saw that our show didn't pop up, they would just know. So why do you feel the need to father all of these people? Okay? You're fathering them. You're making sure they're okay. You're making sure they know what's going on. And I'm going to ask you something, David. When was the last time they parented us? It's been a while. It's been a while.
Let me say this. I wish they would all of them parent us today. And you know how parents take care of their children, especially in dental situations. I wish that you would parent us today. My Lord,
if everybody will send us a quarter.
No, are you joking? If everybody would send us $5
for real,
we still would owe money.
Y'all,
my Lord.
Let me talk about it, David. Let me talk about it because I've got firsthand knowledge. Here's what happened. I should have known there was an issue. I did know there was an issue last week with my tooth. Increasingly every day, both hot and cold bothered me. But by this weekend, it was reverberating in my head. And I knew on Sunday, I can't go the week. I've got so much to do this week, and I can't go the week with this tooth. I've got to do something about it. On Monday morning, I was calling the dentist at 8:01. 8:01. They had just sat down at the dentist's office, and they said, come on, go ahead and come on in. And the lady even said, I know you've got your show, but you got to come on in if we're going to work you in. So I went on in, and sure enough, of all
Well, look at there. How long we been silent?
What happened? We don't even know. We don't even know what happened.
How funny.
Okay, can you see us now?
I'm glad you saw that.
I can't even tell y'all how far I got in that story, and I was like, "Why is nobody here with me? I'm talking about this story."
Because it was a good story.
Well, I'm going to start over.
It
I
was
hope
good.
you liked it because I'm starting over. Okay, so here's the deal. It cut off when you said of all
the teeth and all the mouths and all of America.
teeth, of all the teeth, y'all. The dentist said of all the teeth that you could have cracked, Melissa, this one is the worst. It's the most important tooth when it comes to eating, when it comes to chewing. He goes, it's the absolute worst that you could have cracked, but you've cracked it. And he said to me, if it's cracked down the middle, which I think it is, then what we'll have to do is we'll have to pull that tooth. But because eating is important, and I'm like, that's right, give me 5. We'll have to put in a false tooth, and we'll have to connect that tooth to the two on the other side of it like a bridge, and it'll be, $7 million. And I'm going to say this to you, David, and I'm going to say it to you with a lot of love. Okay? But this is your mother's fault. This is your mother's fault.
First of all, it's not my mother's fault. Second of all, you can't say stuff like that because she will make herself sick thinking it really was her fault.
It really was.
How
Here's
many?
the deal.
Wait. How many times have your little chickadees cracked and broke in your mouth?
I have terrible teeth.
You have beautiful
Terrible,
teeth.
soft teeth.
They're beautiful. They're very pearly white and they're very straight with no orthodontist. But those jokers, I mean, if you chew a gummy bear wrong,
Those jokers.
if you chew a gummy bear wrong, that bear is going to take a
If
tooth
you
off.
just look at a gummy bear wrong, I have what they once referred to as soft teeth. So my teeth break easily. In fact, when he got in my mouth yesterday, he said, there's a lot happening in here. And I said, yes, I know. But one thing at a time, Doc, one thing at a time.
But so would you rather hear there's a lot happening in here
Stop.
or would you
Stop.
or would you
Stop.
rather hear?
Stop. I know what you're going to say. Do not say it.
Okay, let's play the one question of the newlywed game. Put your fingers in your ear and go blah blah blah, make some noise. What's going on down there? Okay, so what was I going to say?
What's going on down here?
And she won.
Couple weeks ago, David's mom brought over some homemade peanut butter cookies.
They were delicious and they were crunchy, just like
And I
like.
must say, they tasted very good. But she makes the cookies crispy because David likes his cookies crispy. She's never once asked me how I like my cookies, and I'm going to tell you, it's the opposite of crispy. I bit into one of those cookies and literally saw my life flash before my eyes. They were so crispy. I'm not kidding you. They weren't burnt. They were just crispy.
They were perfect.
And I think that's what broke my tooth. I'm not kidding you. I really do. Now, am I being manipulative, knowing full well that what she will end up doing is making more cookies and making them soft this time? Yes. Yes. But
I don't
it
know.
also could have been.
I don't know if she can make soft cookies because my daddy and I, for sure, I'm not 100% sure about my brother or even my mom if they like hard or soft cookies. But I know me and my dad did. And so I think that's how she's always made them. I don't think I've ever had any of my mom's cookies that aren't crunchy like that, which is how a cookie's supposed to be.
Go get my menopause fan, baby. I just can't do it. Okay. Anyway, I will tell y'all this in a nutshell. Had to go to the dentist yesterday. Ended up having a 3-hour root canal. 3 hours long. The tooth was cracked, but it was not cracked down the middle, which was wonderful because he said, had it been cracked down the middle, it would have doubled your cost, which would have meant I would have paid $4,800 instead of the $2,400 that yesterday cost me. You guys, let's talk about it. what is going on with the dental profession? And why don't either of my kids want to be a dentist? $2,400? Y'all, that is absolutely crazy. I had a 3-hour root canal. The tooth had gotten infected, so I came home with prescription antibiotics and prescription pain medicine. I am on hydrocodone right now as we speak. But David, I am asking you, what in the heck is going on for that to be $2,400? And I asked David this question, and maybe y'all can help me. Are dentists, can you shop around and find less expensive dentists? David said no, that they all are pretty much the same.
No, like a standard, like family dentist practice in a town, I think most of them are going to keep each other somewhat in the same ballpark. Maybe a little bit more here, maybe a little bit more there. There are some like chain dentist type things.
Like Cool Smiles with a K?
Yeah, something like that they may be a little bit lower, but it's just not the whole insurance thing isn't set up the same in the dentist world, the orthodontic world, whatever, as it is like with medicine. Maybe that's a good thing in general. I don't know, but
and people are saying insurance is a joke. We don't have it. So that's $2,400 out of pocket. And I don't know. I mean, good for you guys if writing $2,400 check is just like yesterday's news, no big deal. But that's a huge deal to a family in this economy, a family of 4 in this economy. And I just was stunned. So anyway, all that to say, if everybody that follows me will give $25, we'll be able to pay for that crack. I came home yesterday and I was wiped out. Today, I feel so much better. I'm drinking coffee, water, hot and cold are on it, and it's totally fine. But I am really sore after they prop your mouth open for 3 hours, you know. But
and I will say they were thankful. They were afraid that it split
down the middle,
down the middle, so they were going to have to remove the entire tooth, get a fake or implant tooth, whatever, then bridge it between the ones on the side, which would have probably been closer to $5,000. So we were very fortunate in that and felt, like it was good.
So yeah, I was fitted. They did a root canal. I was fitted for a crown, and I will go in and get my crown put on. But here's the deal. So I am deathly afraid. Here's a little known fact about me. Here's a little known fact about me. I am deathly afraid of temporary crowns. They freak me out to know that something is covering your tooth, and if that cover comes off, you're just exposed to the world. You could literally, I think that your tooth could combust or something. And so I always fear so badly when I have a temporary that it's going to come off. Well, we go out of town next week. We're out of town all week next week. And I was like, no, you got to put on the real crown now. And they're like, Melissa, we can't. We have to send it off and get it fit. And I was like, no, I can't go on a cruise. I can't go on a cruise with a temporary. I can't. The temporary will come off. Melissa, the temporary is not going to come off. Just don't eat sticky candy. And I literally came home and I told David, I'm not supposed to eat sticky candy. And David goes, you don't eat sticky candy. I know, but what if I want to start? Now I can't.
Isn't it funny? That's how our minds work. Something that we don't even care about. We don't ever think about. If you say you can't have, you want that yogurt.
You can't have barbecue chips. I need barbecue chips.
I haven't. What were the candies that we would always get with my mom and dad at Bill's Catfish? And
Sugar Daddies.
Sugar Daddies in Warwick, Oklahoma.
Your mom and dad would buy us sugar. This is why I'm blaming this on your mother. I've got soft teeth because your mother and father have fed me sugar daddies.
But why did we keep eating them? They tasted so good, but we knew that had to be doing some damage. It was tough. Shout out to Bill's Catfish, Warwick, Oklahoma. If you're anywhere close, make the trip.
You don't even know that that's still there. We haven't been there in 17 years.
No, but I know my mom and brother have. At least in the last few years. So, and when you have catfish like that,
that's right.
You ain't going out of business.
Well, sorry I missed you guys yesterday. Okay. Did y'all have fun? What did you talk about for 4 minutes? And did y'all get a college credit for it? Because generally I tell David, when I'm not with you, this is how you talk to people. What we're going to do is we're going to work on an Excel spreadsheet that'll tell us the narrowed down conclusion of whether Melissa will be back. If the facts tomorrow will state that she'll be back.
Have you ever seen me talk with my eyes closed?
No, but I have heard you teach Sunday school a couple of times, and everybody walked out like this. David would teach Sunday school like this. I mean, Second Kings. What we're going to learn is the Greek anatomy of the physiology of the tomb that was.
I am
According to my calculations, Jesus is coming back.
I didn't have to calculate it. I just read it. I am. What?
David.
Oh, I did not see. Oh, so poor sweet Heather Kennedy said David seemed sad because he thought we were only here for you. I'm not. No, I'm not sad. I'm realistic that, she is
fine.
She's the big thing. I'm just here to throw up a.
Don't you ever refer to me as the
stupid
big thing again?
Stupid one-liner. But no, I'm the teacher you want if you want to go deep and you want to learn something.
Oh gosh.
If you want to be entertained, I'm probably not your guy.
Hey, y'all, I have a question for you. David and I were driving home from the gym yesterday morning, and we heard this question on the radio station. And when we got to the house, they were debating it between all of the hosts of the morning show. They were debating what the answer to the question was. And David had to go to the bathroom. So we pull up to the house and he's like, I don't have time to listen to the answer. Just tell me what it is when you come inside. So he gets out of the car. And I listened to what the answer was. So I know what the answer is. I'm going to ask you guys the question. Remember, David has had an entire day to live with this question. I did not tell him what the answer was. He does not know unless he just comes up with it himself.
I also have not spent another second thinking.
I knew you did. I knew you got out of that car and never thought about it again. If by any chance you were listening to a radio station yesterday and you heard this question asked, please don't participate. Don't ruin it for everybody. Here's the question. 11% of people have been injured from doing this activity. And the activity has only been around for the last couple of decades. What is it? Now, I'll ask it again. 11% of people have been injured doing this activity. And the activity has only been around a couple of decades. What is it? It was fun yesterday because you're thinking and you're writing your answer down. It was fun yesterday because the different hosts of the show were all commenting, and I really thought I knew. Like, I told David what my answer was, and he's like, oh, that's got to be it. And it was one of the first answers that one of the female hosts said, and it was wrong. So here's what we've got. CrossFit. More than 11%. More than 11%.
Okay, we've got a lot of pickleballs, which I hadn't thought of that one, but I thought that's very true. It probably would fit that. That's not what this study did, but pickleball would be
Pickleball is a great answer.
Texting.
But hold on. Pickleball is a great answer, but pickleball is not right. I just need to make sure they know pickleball is not the answer.
Texting. That's another good one.
That's a good one. But
someone just said what just popped into my head.
What's that?
Where'd she go? Catherine said electric bikes. That actually just popped in my head going, oh, now that's kind of new.
Okay, but a couple of decades. Electric bikes weren't around 20 years ago. Electric bikes have really gained in popularity in the last, 5-10 years? If that.
Oh, you're saying they would have asked the question shorter?
Yeah. This has only been around for the last. CrossFit is a good one. CrossFit is a good one. That is not the right answer. And honestly, wouldn't you guess that over 11% of people say that like more back surgeries have been done today because of CrossFit than any other time? We've got electric bikes, pickleball, CrossFit.
Now, somebody said rollerblading and skateboarding. Those have been around much longer. So
Angela
this is something.
Jackson is right. It was. Do not tell the answer.
This has just been around the last decade or so.
Yeah, skateboarding been around a lot longer than 2 decades. I mean, I can remember Ralph Mouth skateboarding up into to Happy Days. Or was that roller skating? Either way, it's not right. Pilates.
Ooh,
That's a good one.
I've got one, but I think the injury rate is higher than 11%.
Hold on. Do you think you know the answer? Or are you just being silly? Like, I'm just going to throw this out, but is it legit answer?
I don't think this is the answer, but I think it is a good answer. But I think that the injury rate is higher than 11%.
Okay.
Catfishing. Catfishing hurts people.
It does, David. David!
That's
That's an internal hurt. That's an internal hurt. My guess was walking and texting. You running into crap all the time. You're falling into manholes. I mean, I haven't, but people are walking and texting and hurting themselves. They're walking into traffic, y'all. So my answer in the car was, oh, it's for sure walking and texting. And that was one of the first things that one of the female hosts said, and that is not the answer.
Oh, I like Amy Roberry's. I like Amy Roberry's real well.
Okay, what is hers?
Taking a selfie. I mean, people have literally died taking selfies. Like they put themselves in stupid situations. Oh, that's a good one.
Boom! That's the answer.
It is. Way to go, Amy Roberry.
Amy Roberry, she should know. She's always like, duck face. Taking a selfie.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, that's great. That's really good.
I thought that was really interesting. Texting while driving, another great one. You know what this guy said? One of the hosts said trampoline parks, and David goes, "That's it. That's the best answer right there. That's the best answer."
No, I said it's true.
Trampoline park. Trampolines
how
have
many
been
times,
around for a long
but
time.
not trampoline parks. And how many times have our kids, especially one of them, come home injured? Literally, during sports seasons, I used to have to ban Rocco from going because he was going to come home hurt. So that is a
True.
That is a good answer, just not the one they were looking for.
By the way, and we couldn't have planned this segue better. Said kid, Rocco, texted me. Oh, bless his heart. I gave him cold medicine before he went to bed last night. I gave him cold medicine this morning on the way out the door, and he just texted me a little while ago, and he said, "Mom, I feel like crap." He said, I don't feel good. Rocco is not big on call me out of school or whatever, because he just hasn't ever been, but I just wanted you to let me to know what he said. I said, "Oh, baby, I'm so sorry. Do you need to come home?" And he wrote, "I'm not sure. Let me stay here for one more period, but like my heart is beating through my chest, and my thoughts hurt."
My
Let's
thoughts
take a
hurt?
second, and y'all, let's take a second and have prayer for his thoughts.
Is he trying to say he has a headache?
My thoughts hurt. What does that mean? I think that more than ever, we shouldn't check him out of school. What does that mean? His thoughts hurt. But now he's saying that he needs me to check him out, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Bless him.
So the other day, Rocco was.
Hold on.
Okay, we're gonna do this live.
Oh, my throat hurts.
Hudson High School, how may I help you?
Hi, this is Melissa Radke, and I've got a sick child, Rocco. Can you call him out and release him? He's going to come on home.
Yes, ma'am. Let me pull him up really quick. Are you on your way to pick him up, or does he drive?
He drives.
Got it. I'll get him right out. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Maybe his throat hurts.
That might have been.
My thoughts hurt.
I bet that wasn't autocorrect, because that makes a lot more sense. His throat hurts
Yeah.
because he was having a lot of drainage.
Drainage. Okay.
So I don't know if we've bragged about Rocco on here about his job. I don't know if we've.
We haven't, and we're
know.
going to, because we don't often brag about him enough.
But I have a funny story. I'll say it first, and then we'll talk about the job. He was driving to his job. It's in Nacogdoches, which is like 35, 40 minutes away. And he was sitting at a stoplight, and he texted me and said, "Dad, what is that like phrase or saying, like when traffic's really bad?" And I said, traffic jam, ? And I didn't hear from him for a while. He's good about not texting and driving. And so I guess it was, 4 or 5 minutes later, he was at another light and he goes, no, it's something, it's like blank to blank or something like that.
Back to back.
Bumper to bumper is what he said.
Bumper
But
to
I don't know
bumper?
why I thought that was funny. But
Bumper to bumper.
so tell them what Rocco is doing. It's really pretty cool.
Okay, so Rocco has been a little bit of a toot the last couple of years. Rocco is a good kid, but 13, 14, 15, 16 have been hard with a boy. They're so obnoxious. And also they're so lazy. And what are we supposed to do about it? So David has been really hard on Rocco. Rocco's had little jobs here and there, and he's lost those little jobs here and there. And David's been really hard. And I've been like, David, you're too hard on him. But David's like, I'm telling you, I'm trying to make a man out of him. I'm trying to make him a dad one day, a father who pays the bills and gets up and goes to work. Like, I have to be hard on him. Rocco was offered a job through a guy at our church who recently was contracted to film all of the games, every sports game, from girls softball to men's baseball to football to soccer, you name it, every single sport game at Stephen F. Austin State University for ESPN2. And this guy was contracted to do it, and he actually hired Rocco to come in and be the switcher. So we're going to go camera 2 to 3. Rocco does it. Camera 3 to 4. We're going to go back to camera 1. All right, everybody, she's got the ball now. We're going to take it down to the end. And Rocco switches, and he's got to be like on top of it, right? It's not an easy job. And that man came back to us the other day and said, I am working with a 16-year-old boy, and all of the rest of them are college students. And I am having to tell college students, pick up that box of lights and put it over there. But I am not having to tell the 16-year-old anything. He is on it. He is doing it. He is yes, sir, no, sir. He is making everybody laugh. He's fun. He's a leader. He's a team player. The college students are sitting around twiddling their thumbs. And he said, and I get the best work out of Rocco.
He said he just does it. Now, I will say, Rocco's only 16. Like, he just turned 16. In fact, I think his first game or two, he was 15 because I had to drive him over there. But he's done this. He's helped us out, with what we do a little bit. But the last probably 2 years, he started running a camera at our church. We've got a pretty large church and a very nice, audio media team. So he's ran cameras for a while, and then he's been doing the switcher there. And so they've really kind of taught him that more than we have. And so I think that's part of that confidence too, that he does it not every week, but almost every week at church on a high level. And he's doing really well. And it's cool to hear. Plus, he's getting paid pretty good for a 16-year-old. And I'm like, man, well, I think my first job was at Brahms when I was 16, doing French fries.
And he was let go because he
whatever.
put his mouth under the thing and pulled it down and let ice cream go into his mouth.
Anybody that's ever been to Brahms know, maybe now, at the time, they didn't have any of those. They had just real ice cream. So
he put his... Well, we were just proud of Rocco. We wanted to tell you guys. Tomorrow is Wednesday, and we'll be sharing what we're watching and what we're listening to and what we're reading. And also, I'm going to have to get my nails did, okay? Because I'm going on a cruise this next week, and if you think I'm going like this, then you don't know me.
hey, I've got something exciting to
me too. I just wanted to say one last thing.
I thought you were winding down.
I am winding down, but you can close us. I just wanted to say, y'all don't forget, Leanne Morgan's new book came out today.
Oh.
And I just like her so much. I like her so much. I think she is the real deal. If you have watched her on Netflix, you love her too. And her book, What in the World, came out today. It's released today, and she's been a nervous wreck about it. And so what a great book to go and get and give to somebody for Christmas or whatever. So I just wanted to say that because I just love her.
Did you see the picture she posted a couple of days ago of her and Morgan Wallen? And this had to be like 10 or 12 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They were at the same event. And of course, I think she said, we both got paid like $200 or $300 to be there or whatever. But he had short hair, no facial hair. He looked like he was about 12 years old in a black tuxedo with, the shiny pink bow. And she was saying, I just thought it was, I thought it was
her daughter went out with him a couple of times.
Yeah, they live in the same
And she
town.
said in an interview, whatever her daughter's name is, I'll say it's like Lizzie or something like that. She said, Lizzie went out with him a couple of times, but it didn't work. I think he's a little bit more of I think he likes them a little rougher than girl. I think he likes them, I think he favors bad girls. I just do. I think he favored her back then. I don't know if he does now because I've been praying for him. But so, okay, but you can close. Sorry.
Hey, so excited. If you follow Stretch Marks, Melissa's weekly articles, if you're on her email list, you will see this today. But Melissa, after last week, we've talked about In Defensive Family Home, the prayer guide that Melissa made. It's been received so well, so many downloads of that. And over the last week, she just kept hearing a lot of feedback about, I wish you had something like this for spirit, mind, and body, for all the parts that I am.
It's good to pray for our home, but sometimes we got to start here, right? Because especially as women, we make up the home. So
and to focus on all three aspects, spirit, mind, and body. We can work hard at the gym, exercise, we can eat right, and if we're ignoring our spirit and our mind, it's not doing us what it could for sure. Same with the mind, if we just focus on that, or the spirit. And so all three of those together. So Melissa has created a new In Defensive Family called My Spirit, My Mind, My Body Prayer Guide. The link to get that is in the copy. I'll also place it in the the comments, just so it's also easy for you to find. But it's really, really good. So,
David actually went to upload it last night, and he came in the bedroom and he goes, "Hey, I just finished reading this prayer guide you wrote. Where'd you get them prayers?" I said, "What do you mean? Where did I get them?" He goes, "Where did you write these?" And I said, "Yes, I wrote them." And he said, "How?" And I said, "What is going on with you? I'm a writer and I'm a prayer." So I just combined the two.
I know, but it was just such a quick turn. I mean, just the request and the demand for it, if you will, was so
Well,
high
my girlfriend
and quick.
Shannon Browning is a precious friend of mine. I don't even know if she's on here today, but
She is.
she's the one who thought of it. And I thought to myself, when she thought of it, I was like, duh. But if there's anything I know how to write, it's prayers about my spirit, mind, and body, because I've been doing it so religiously for the last 5 years.
I guess I was impressed that you wrote them so quick, but really what you're saying is, no, I put them down on paper quick.
Yeah.
I've wrote them. I've been saying them for a long time. So they're really, really good. So
What about if somebody wants the one for home?
I can put that in the copy too. It's in yesterday's for sure, but I can go back and put it in today's as well.
Okay. So go check it out. In Defensive Family, 5 prayers to pray over our spirit, our mind, and our body. I hope you enjoy that. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
See you. Bye-bye.